Last year, when the COVID-19 pandemic started in mid-March, everyone was impacted. It turned the world upside down, and from a retail perspective, businesses that were struggling had a death sentence.
Wondering how you can honor the lives lost by police brutality and further educate yourself on the issue? Well, at the James R. Conner University Center, you can do just that.
1 year later, I've caught up with some of the small businesses around southeastern Wisconsin that tell me the 2021 spring season is much different than the 2020 spring season. At Stein's Garden and Home in Oconomowoc, Wisconsin, business is bloomin'. With the 2021 spring season well underway, Stein's looks a little different than it did 1 year ago, after the start of the COVID-19 pandemic.
At the James R. Conner University Center on the campus of UW-Whitewater, an art exhibit showcasing victims of police brutality is now on display. The Say Their Names event, organized by the Black Student Union and the Whitewater Student Government, is intended to pay respect to the lives lost and further educate the campus community on the issue.
Now, a little over 1 year after, Stein's and other businesses are thriving during their busy season. With vaccine numbers rising and more people feeling comfortable going out again, pre-pandemic consumer habits are starting to return this spring. Dave Francisco, the manager of the Oconomowoc Steins, talks about how this year's season has differed from last year and how customer shopping habits have changed since the start of the pandemic.
People were much more cautious last year. They seemed on edge last year. That's probably the best phrase I could use. But they were also happy to get flowers and plants and stuff in their yards, and that is, I think, increased this year. People aren't on edge like they were earlier last year.
The exhibit, which can be viewed both in person at the Roberta Avon Fiscum Art Gallery and online via the UW-Whitewater website, features pictures of victims as well as a short description of the events of their deaths and the family members they left behind. Andrea Johnson, who was the mother of police brutality victim Tony Robinson, talks about the struggle she faced after her son was killed.
The sense of safety that we had completely went out the window. I say this a lot, as I feel like it's a responsibility because I am a white woman. But my son was a young Black man and he was killed by a white police officer. So like my ability to understand what it is my children go through every day was not anywhere near the level that it is now. My understanding of what my kids face every day just based off the color of their skin.
And as stated earlier, the Say Their Names exhibit runs until May 7th of this school year. I'm Nolan wishing everyone the best.
And both Mr. Pease and Steins told me that they are already seeing the same or better profits than they had last year. Truly, 2021 is shaping up to be a much better financial year than 2020. I'm Nolan Kapidlowski, signing off.